Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Kotar, and today's video we are going to be talking about school and staying safe with COVID and how to pass your online classes since basically classes are online. So before we even start, I know I haven't posted in weeks, but that is only because I had a very issue with my laptop where like the screen basically just cracked and it blacked out on me, and it took weeks to fix it with COVID and everything and getting it shipped back from Apple and everything. So finally we are back in the game again, and I'm going to be uploading more frequently and back on my grind again, so don't worry. As I stated in my last video, I believe my last video was the Leo season makeup look. I didn't even get to film a birthday look for you guys because that's literally when my literally 2 days after that video of Leo season, the makeup Leo season look, my computer acted up and I couldn't even film a birthday look. I could not, like, it was so frustrating. I wanted to do like a birthday look. I wanted to do like, I even wanted to do like a Virgo look because my little sister's a Virgo and I love Virgos and everything. I wanted to literally get her here on my channel, but we couldn't even do that because my laptop literally just came in yesterday. So we got that all situated now, and I hope that my laptop will not act up again. Right now I'm filming in my room. I told you guys this, I believe, already, that like I've already moved into my house here and where I'm going to school here at Towson and everything. So, and I think thinking that like either my next video or the video after that I'm gonna film a room tour, like a room tutorial, and tell you guys how I like decorated my room and everything and all of that, because I'm just waiting on a couple like wall art and all of that to get here, and then I'm going to show you guys my room and my closet, which is right there. As you guys can see in the background, that's my vanity, my big mirror and everything. You guys will be seeing all of those goodies too as well, and I'll be linking all of those things down below of where I got them and everything. So as of right now, Towson is online classes. We were supposed to have like half and half, where like half would be online, half would be in person, but a couple cases came positive. A couple people came positive with their testing for COVID and everything, and so the school just shut down. It was like so crazy because literally this entire week was syllabus week and we're moving in, and literally as soon as everybody was done moving in, they sent out an email. They were like, yeah, everybody has to go back home now, and like now everybody's packing their shit up and going home. It's so funny, and I'm just like, wow, that would really suck if I lived on campus and like as soon as I moved in and like decorated my room and everything, I'd have to pack all my stuff up and leave. I would just be so mad. But yes, so that is what Towson is doing at the moment, which I think is amazing because one, I never really wanted to go to class, and two, I just would work way better from home, and I can do so much more from home. I can like literally film more videos. I don't have to like walk to campus and everything. The only thing that really sucks is the fact the gym is closed, and I really looked forward to working out because lately I've just been like running every day, but like I really like to lift weights and stuff, and so I'll have to find another way. Maybe I'll get like home weights and do that maybe. I don't know yet. So let's just get started. I'm just gonna be talking, like I said in the beginning, I'm just gonna be talking about what are some tips that things that I do that help me do online classes and help me succeed in them, and I'm going to share them with you guys on that because I know a lot of people have been asking, and even a lot of people lately, they were like, you should definitely film that video, because I know for a fact that a lot of students are going to be wondering, because let's just be honest, online classes and in-person classes are completely two different vibes and completely two different motivational and learning skills. So the first thing that I always do, well, basically I do this the night before and the next morning, whatever, is I always set an alarm clock. So yes, classes are online, but I like to go about my day as if I'm waking up and actually going to class. So my classes start at 8 o'clock in the morning. I know, not a lot of people like 8 a.m.s, but me personally, the way my work schedule is set up with classes, I prefer to do 8 a.m.s in the morning, get all my classes done before like 3 in the afternoon, 3 in the evening, afternoon, whatever, and then I get to go to work. So always set an alarm clock and start your day as if you're actually going to class, no matter what time your like classes and everything. So like let's just say mine is at 8 o'clock. I would set, my class starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, and if I were actually going to class in person, I would set my alarm clock at 7, and I would probably wake up around like 7:15. You know how you have like 3 alarm clocks set back to back to back and everything to eventually wake up. So eventually I'd wake up at like 7:15. I'd probably go do my morning routine, get dressed and grab something to eat, and I'd probably walk to class or take the shuttle. But obviously I'm not gonna take the shuttle or walk to class. Instead, I'm going to wake up, do my morning routine. I will even get dressed as if I'm going to class, because when I want to look presentable on the Zoom call, because professors do, at least my professors they emailed everybody and they were like, you need to wear like professional clothing, like no like bathrobes, or because there were like a couple students who showed up on the first day of class with like bathrobes, and my professors were like, absolutely not. They were like, you need to show up with like presentable clothes, like almost as if you're in class. And so I would put on an outfit and I will eat breakfast and I would do my morning routine as if I'm going to class, and I'll literally sit down and start my day. So after all of that, my advice would be, I have like a list. I wrote like a list down everything that I do. So another thing for me that helps me, at least as if I'm like learning in class, is that like my desk area where I sit and I like do my schoolwork and I do my homework and I'm like in class, is like my own personal desk. I literally got this desk for like $6 off of Facebook. My older sister got it for me, and I was like, I'm gonna use this desk to do like my homework and stuff, and I'll probably use it also to like film, to like my makeup on whenever I film, but majority is just to do homework and everything on it. And it literally stays on that side of the room. You guys are gonna see on my video when I show you guys my video. It stays on that side of the room, and I keep it organized. You know, I have my notebooks, I have my lab notebook, I have my pencils, I have my highlighters, I have my calculator, I have my everything that I need for class so that I can be ready to go. Don't do not stay in bed. Do not stay in bed and go to class. That thing will just not work. You will fall asleep in class. And I don't know about you guys, but my professors, they require us to have our videos on so that they can see our faces. And that's just not gonna cut it if we're in bed laying down while we're in class, because you're really not gonna learn anything. You actually wanna like learn. You wanna like motivate yourself and push yourself as if you're actually in class learning. And so literally don't sit on your bed or lay on your bed, because you will fall asleep. So literally at my desk, whatever, I'll literally have my notebook and I'll have my Zoom call, and I'll basically like take notes as if I'm literally in class. It helps so much when you have like an organized, quiet space area. Like I tell people this all the time, like we always bounce ideas off of each other and everything, and I'm like, I can never work in a very like noisy place or be in class in a noisy place. So I always stay in my room, in my desk, and I just go to class and I do what I have to do in class. Some people, they will like literally sit in the living room and everything. I'm like, I don't know how you can focus, because they'll literally be sitting in the living room and the TV will be playing and their mom will be talking in the background. And I'm like, I have no idea how you can do that, but like my brain is just like, it just needs to concentrate on one thing at a time, literally. So the next thing I also advise you guys is use a planner. So I am a huge believer on planners. I've went through so many planners throughout like my school years, but this year I got this cute little pink one. It was like from Target. But anyways, use a planner to write out everything. And actually, like, don't just be that person who like uses a planner to write out everything to be cool, but actually use it, write it out everything, and go back and refer to your planner and see what it is that you have that's due or that you need to get done. Like I always, every week, I will literally write out my entire week. So I'm gonna show you like this past week during syllabus week. Didn't really have homework or anything to do, or whatever, but I did write out my entire week. I'll show you guys like right here, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and all of that. I wrote what class I had, what time I had each class. I even wrote when I had like work on there too, because that's part of like my schedule and everything. And every single time I would like finish like a class or finish a task that I needed to do that day, I would just like put a little X next to it, saying that I finished that class or finished that task. It helps me so much because it just like, it keeps me organized. I'm a very organized person, so like when I have like a routine that I need to follow, it helps me stay on track and keep like myself motivated and keep myself moving, because there's nothing more that will like get me off track than like if I don't have my day planned or have stuff written down, then I'll just be like, wow, what am I gonna do today? Like I forgot I have to do this, or I will be like, wow, I have to do this, or I'll just be like, what am I supposed to do today, because I don't have anything written down. So I always write out my weeks the week before. So like syllabus week, I wrote this like a week before it started, a week before classes actually started. So then next week, I'm going to literally write next week's week down today. After I'm probably done filming, I'm going to write it down and write out like when I have work and when I have classes and what it is that I need to do and when I want to film another video and everything. And I also like use it. So there's also like a trick that I also do is like every syllabus for every class, I read over it and then I'll fill out like the calendar area, like the month, not like the assignment area, but like the months. Let me show you guys like my August. I mean, like, I had class like the end of August, but basically, like, I'll go through, like, I haven't really finished September. I started September, but like basically, like, I'll go through like the calendar places, like thingy right here, and I basically write out when like I have exams and when I have quizzes and when I have assignments that are due. And then I'll write notes right there, and then I'll have like, I already started writing some stuff down there or whatever, and it really helps because then I refer to that calendar and I'll like look at it and I'll be like, alright, so this week I have to do this, and this week this assignment is due, and next week I have this exam, so I should start studying this day so that I can have enough time to schedule study all of those chapters that I want and everything. So I think that's one way that a planner is definitely a way to go. If you're like me, where you just need to write everything down and follow through, it'll really help, and it helps keep your like thoughts organized and like your day organized and everything. So another recommendation that I would do is, which I think is very important, is one, download the Blackboard app. I don't know if everybody uses Blackboard, but I know a lot of colleges use Blackboard and universities and professors. So like, this is the Blackboard app for those of you who don't know, but right there. And I literally check it, and I have the like the notification ringer on. So like every single time a professor makes an announcement, changes anything, I always get notified, because sometimes they won't email it, it'll just be something on Blackboard, but I'm always literally on Blackboard, and I always have my ringer thingy on for Blackboard, because let me tell you, there's nothing more frustrating than when you missed an assignment or like missed something that like changed throughout the syllabus or whatever. And professors are always changing things, especially like now that we're online. Like, it's a bit more harder to follow professors. From what I'm seeing, it's a bit harder on professors to follow like with schedule and everything. I don't know why, but they will like change things as we go. It's kind of like frustrating, but at the same time it's kind of like understanding, because I'm like, you know, this whole like online classes is new for everyone, so like professors and like labs and all of that, they just don't know how we're gonna go about it yet. And so it's like basically like we're basically going and working at the same time, like changing things as we're going with the flow. So definitely always check your Blackboard, pay attention for those announcements, pay attention to those changes and everything. Also, always check your emails, your school emails. Always check them. I checked it at least twice a day, morning and evening. I'll always check my emails, because once again, professors will always email you as well, and sometimes what they'll email you, they won't put on Blackboard. Sometimes what they put on Blackboard, they will not email you. It's like a very like thing. It just like frustrates me sometimes. But yes, always check your emails, stay on top of your emails, know what's being sent and know what's being received, and always stay on top of your game with that stuff. Also, another recommendation would be to, so I don't know if all professors, I'm gonna assume that all professors do this, but go to office hours. Going to office hours and introducing yourself and allowing the professor to sometimes have like a one-on-one with you real quick, and knowing the fact that you have questions about their lectures and are actually taking notes will help you in the long run. Meaning, so like, and also because sometimes the questions that you ask during office hours, the professor will bring them up during lecture, and then they'll answer them for like everybody. And sometimes students will be so nervous to go to office hours, and the professor will end up answering the question in lecture for other students through the office hours. So I always say go to office hours, and it's not even like awkward now, because now it's like online. Like, you don't actually have to go to the professor's office, you just have to go to office hours. So like, go, and if you have questions, ask them. Even if, here's my thing, I understand sometimes, because as a student, I understand sometimes we students, we get nervous because it's just like, oh, what if it's a dumb question? I say, who the hell cares if it's a dumb question? I don't even care if I have to go to a professor and I have to say, hey, I need you to like verify for me that like 2 + 2 actually equals 4. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna ask, hey, does 2 + 2 equal 4? I need you to like make sure 2 + 2 equals 4, because my tuition that I'm paying is basically paying the professor's paycheck, and I'm going to get every single penny out of the school. That's simple. Like, I'm gonna go to your office hours and I'm gonna ask every question that I want to ask. I don't care if it's dumb. I don't care if you speak to me with an attitude. I don't care if you think I'm stupid. I guess I'm stupid for asking a stupid question, but I don't care. It's that simple. Go to the office hours and ask them questions, because as long as I have the right answer, and come test day or come project day or come exam day or whatever day it is, or quiz day or whatever, I know that you answered my question and I'm gonna put it on the exam, and it's that simple. So go to office hours. Also, another recommendation would be, when I'm in class, I do this, but I don't know if everybody would want to do this, but my phone, I always put it on do not disturb, because I'm a very easily distracted person. Like I can get very, very easily distracted. It's very annoying, but I always put it on do not disturb and I put it face down on the desk and I just don't pick it up until class is over. I do this is because like if I'm on my phone throughout the entire class, one, obviously I'm not paying attention. I'm not gonna pick up on like what the professor is saying, because I don't know about depending on what your major is and depending on how your professors teach, but sometimes what the professor shows you on the PowerPoint and what they say are like the same thing, but sometimes what they'll say is like more information that you actually need. Like a lot of my professors have done that in the past before, where they're like, I'm gonna show you this PowerPoint, but like you also need to take notes about what I'm saying, because what I'm saying is gonna be more information that's not on the PowerPoint. And about like 80% of the time what the professor says is literally what's on the exam than what's on the PowerPoint, and it's so, that right there is frustrating enough too. So like you would basically just miss the entire lecture if you were on your phone, and you would miss important details that might pop up on your phone, that might pop up on your exam. So yes, that's one of my things, and I think that's a big thing that I do that actually helps me focus in class, is putting your phone on do not disturb and just putting it face down and not picking up any notifications or any phone calls. Because if, let's just say your mom's calling you or like your friends are calling you and stuff, and they just like get up and they're trying to answer your phone, I'll be like, dude, I was in class, I'm sorry, like I had to pay attention. It's kind of hard to pay attention when already it's online classes and I barely want to go to class, let alone answer a phone call. So I need you to like relax. So these next couple of tips that I'm also going to give are going to be more so ever for like finance and everything. So like books and studying basically, yes. There are websites out there that will help you study. One of my favorite websites is Quizlet. Quizlet, you can literally make an account and put the information that you need and all of that, or whether it be definitions, formulas, whatever it is that you need, and they will make formula cards for you, and they will help you take the quiz and take the exam until you like ace the exam or quiz. And I think that's a huge helpful thing, literally, is Quizlet. Books as well, like in the back of your books, first of all, textbooks. Do not buy your textbook unless you really need to buy your textbook, like literally, because especially in the fact that we're in a pandemic, money is really tight, and I know that for a fact because I have yet to buy any of my books. I have yet to buy any of my books for this semester, and I'm not going to buy them unless the professor's like, alright, you really need to buy this book, or I'm just gonna wait until I make a friend in a class. I'm gonna be like, hey, do you want to go half and half, or like, hey, can I get some pics off your book, or something like that. But if you do get the book, don't buy a book unless you really have to. Unless you have like those online homework assignments thing where you have to buy the book in order to get the homework CD or whatever, then that, of course. But other than that, rent your books. Like, just rent them. People like, sometimes I was guilty of this one time. I was guilty of this a couple times throughout my semesters where I would buy the book because I'd be like, alright, I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna keep it. But then like I would buy it and I would only use it for like 2 classes. For those of you who don't know, I'm a chemistry major, so I'm a STEM major, and some of the chemistry books that I used for one class, sometimes I could use for another class, like depending on like what level it was and what like kind of chemistry it was. But then I would end up using it for 2 classes, and it's just like, all right, now I gotta get like rid of you, and then I'd go back to resell it. They'd barely give me any money. Like, I'm talking about these chemistry books were like $250, right? I go to sell it, they're like, yeah, we'll give you like 20 bucks for them, and I'm like, so insulting, you know, you might as well just spit on my face. That's less insulting to my bank account and me. But yes, textbooks. Also, when you have textbooks, always do the practice problems throughout the chapters. That's one of my biggest things for studying, is doing the practice problems. I've come to also realize that a lot of exam questions come from the practice problems in the textbook if a professor requires you to get the textbook. If they don't, then you'll probably never see those things. But if they say like, hey, you need a textbook, so I need you to rent this textbook or get this textbook, go do those practice problems, because you will see those practice problems pop up on your exam. Well, at least for me, that's what happened a couple of times, and I was so grateful that I did those practice problems. I was like, thank you, Lord, like, you were really smart, Kotar, so smart. You could be stupid sometimes too. Alright, so we talked about online classes, we talked about some studying tips, notes and everything. Also, when taking these online classes and, you know, doing online school and everything, make sure you take care of yourself. So this comes back to the fact that, you know, in the morning when you wake up and you set your alarm clock, do your morning routine, have breakfast, eat breakfast before you go to class. After you're done with classes and everything and you have time throughout the day, work out, do yoga or meditate or something. You know, taking online, if anything, me speaking based on me, not for everyone, if anything, online classes are more stressful for me than being in person. I don't know why. It's just like they make me more anxious and they make me like even more stressed out than if I was to actually be in person. Like, it's just the most weirdest feeling, because a lot of people are like, you would think like online classes would be much more simpler and you would be more laid back, but like no, I'm just like, sometimes I get so like uptight about them because I'm just like, a part of me would love for them to be in person, and part of me is just like, you know, I also like the online, but at the same time, just like, I don't know, it just feels, it's a change, and I don't know, maybe I'm just not used to the change yet, or I don't know what it is. But do take care of yourself, do stay healthy, do work out, it helps. I've been working out every day for the past couple of days, where I just go on runs and I come back and I do some yoga and I do some at-home workouts, and I just like feel so much more like relaxed and everything, and I'm actually like ready to go to like class and everything, and I'm ready to like wake up in the morning and do what I have to do. So yeah, so that is the end of this video. It was like a quick video talking about the online classes and everything. I hope that everyone stays safe and you guys take some of this advice and use it to succeed in your online classes. I would want nothing more than for everybody to be successful in their online classes. No failing classes, no need to repeat any of these classes, literally. So if you guys have any recommendations on how you guys like are transitioning into this change of just online classes all the time and everything, comment down below and leave some recommendations for like, I would love to add some more like recommendations to myself and just like for everybody else to know, like, so just make a comment down below. But other than that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and also follow me on my Insta. Other than that, I hope to see you guys on my next video. Mwah.